Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. And Spider-Man Far From Home has finally released, and we were so excited to see this movie. And honestly, this movie did not disappoint. But we got some really serious post-credit scenes that just kind of set the stage for what's coming up in the future. And it's really, really cool. And we're so excited to see where they end up taking the MCU just based off of what we've seen so far. So let's talk about what we saw.
Agent Romanov, you miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Okay, so there's two post-credit scenes or mid-credit scenes and end-credit scenes in Spider-Man Far From Home. The first one is really fun as it kind of has this one last illusion put on by Mysterio, which essentially is this video that paints Spider-Man as a serious villain, murdering what people perceive to be a hero. And while this video is really interesting because it kind of speaks to what could happen in the future of the MCU and what path the future of Spider-Man could go down, it actually leads to a big reveal that J.K. Simmons is back as J. Jonah Jameson. Now, if you don't remember who he is, he was the major character at the Daily Bugle in Spider-Man's original trilogy with Tobey Maguire back in the mid-2000s, which is such a cool callback or nod just because that casting was so great. And he kind of runs this like news talk show type thing, which is hilarious, and it's reminiscent to some real world craziness that happens. And obviously there's a spread of fake news that Spider-Man is a criminal, and this ends up kind of resulting in Peter Parker's identity being revealed, kind of like he gets doxxed almost. And that's kind of crazy to think about just because of the ramifications of what this will cause in future installments, especially whatever they do for a Spider-Man Homecoming 3. And with that, we kind of are just left wondering what's gonna happen to Peter Parker now that this information is out. And it almost seems to be like a nod to way back, if you think about it, Iron Man 1, when Tony Stark revealed that he was Iron Man. And in Iron Man 2, he had to deal with conflict around people questioning whether or not Iron Man was kind of this rogue person, and this is gonna lead into a ton of different possibilities. So it'll be really interesting to see what they do with that. Then there's an end credits scene which essentially reveals that Nick Fury and Maria Hill throughout this whole movie weren't even the actual Nick Fury and Maria Hill, which is a really, really out there idea. But if you remember back from Captain Marvel, we know Talos and his wife playing as Nick Fury and Maria Hill throughout this whole movie, and it's finally revealed that this whole time it was them, and Nick Fury and Maria Hill are out there doing something. And since we know the MCU is going into the more cosmic universe, it's very likely that there's some bigger story that's already starting to grow. And I love this direct connection to Captain Marvel, as Captain Marvel and Spider-Man kind of exist as the future of the MCU right now, and just seeing that connection drawn around Endgame without going through it is really, really cool. And we're really excited to see what comes out in the next couple of years. We know they're working on a ton of movies. We've done a whole video on that, so if you haven't already seen it, make sure you guys check it out because it's going to be really interesting to see what they do with the future of the MCU. But that's the end and post-credit scenes explained. Let us know what you think. Comments down below. Be sure to subscribe and notifications on for more videos like this. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi. See you guys.
Know anybody?